Now, of course, I can't remember what possessed my teenage self to walk into Manchester's John Rylands Library, famed as one of the greatest libraries in the world. It wasn't something any of my Lancastrian family had done before me, though their nimble northern fingers had for generations bleached, dyed, spun, and woven yarns in factories like those that were the source of the Rylands' wealth. Nor was I consciously seeking to feed an already pronounced predilection for reading. At that time, Jude Fawley's admission to Christminster seemed to be more certain than me worming my way through the Rylands books. But by stepping into the rosy gloom of this shrine to learning, something in me cottoned on, and sparked by some ancestral nous, I recognised, etymologically speaking, the text in the textile of my forebears' history, and so this place became my corner of the world and my blueprint for a library. Ever since, it has been a haunt to which I have returned to read, study, and most unexpectedly of all, spend the lion's share of a working life as an archivist, encouraging its use by readers, supporting researchers and students, and building and taming its collections. As places write themselves upon memory, the Rylands now dwells in me in a palimpsest of association, and it can now be returned to and explored at will. In my mind's eye, as I climb its 30 feet of stairs, I see the play of late afternoon sunshine send its sandstone sparkling. Crossing the threshold into the reading room, the spatial extravagance of its soaring vaults impresses. Alcoves tuck in left and right, college-wise, providing nooks to hold the shape of a reader's body and contain their thoughts. A panoply of 60 stone and stained glass men, pictured as white Europeans, erroneously in some cases, peer down from their niches, clutching the texts that made their names, their collective account of knowledge fraught with a weight of absence, countered by the opulence of the ever-expanding collection that surrounds them. This vast organism snakes its way over some 65 kilometres and counting around its labyrinthine lair. It spans 4 millennia and speaks in over 50 languages. It preserves intact many human achievements and histories that reflect a plurality of identities. Yet the real importance of this library and its collection rests not upon the magnificence of its architecture or the number and rarity of the works of which it is composed, but upon the use that is made of them, as Henry Guppy, the first librarian of the Rylands, asserted early in its history. Taking Guppy's observation to heart, the essays in my book, Library Lives, now published by Carcanet, provide a selection of some of my own readerly encounters with the books and other objects held within the Rylands archives, with which my working life was once entwined. Making no great claim to tell a monumental story about the Rylands Library as an institution or its holdings, these eclectic and idiosyncratic essays seek to share some of the particular pleasures I have found through the close reading of some of the life stories and small details of a great library's lesser-known gems, and to offer rereadings of a few of its more celebrated treasures. Juxtaposed productively, their purpose is to encourage other readers to visit the library, enjoy its collections, and to weave the fabric of its texts into new patterns and so make this library their own.